Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to get graphs to show up for you. So we put chicken sandwiches in. I'm going to turn on my calculator. I was in one of our stats. I don't really want to be there right now, so I'm just going to hit quit. So my data is in here. I have both kinds of sandwiches. I'm going to graph both of them. So to graph, we get out of the stat menu, and this time we're going to ask the graphing part of the graphing calculator to graph our list. So what we do, normally if you're graphing on this calculator for functions and stuff, you go here and you enter your equation. We're not doing that. What we're doing instead is we're going to hit second y equals to get stat plot. We're going to ask the calculator to turn on the list we want and the type of graph we want. So I'm just going to make this kind of orderly. Often when you get in here, everything's off, so it's not graphing anything at all. You want to turn something on, pick a list to graph, pick a type of graph. So I'm going to edit this list. I'm going to hit enter to edit it. Plot 1 is on. It is a box plot with outliers. The way you get here, by the way, is you have to scroll to the right, get to the histogram, and scroll to the right one more time. I'm going to put list 1 first, just to make it orderly. So again, to choose list 1, I go second, 1. Okay, so I'm graphing list 1 and plot 1. Awesome. If I want to go look at it, I'm going to go to zoom. There's a never mind that. I'm going to go to zoom. There's a magical zoom just for us, just like there's a stats button for us. It's number 9, so you got to scroll down unless you can see it. You can just hit number 9 if you want, but it's zoom stat. It will find your data. It will scale to it. You don't have to worry about that. All right. Once you get here, I made a box plot. You can trace, and this will read your 5-number summary off of here. So I got minimum is 9. I'm going to move to the right to read the next important point. Q1 is 15. That means a quarter of the sandwiches have less than 15 grams of fat. Median is going to be the mark in the middle of the box plot. That's 19. What that means is from 15 to 19, there's a quarter of sandwiches that are there, and that half of the sandwiches have less than 19 grams of fat. Q3 is up here, 24.5 grams. It's not one of the numbers on the list. Go back to how we got that. What that means is a quarter of the sandwiches have more than 24.5 grams of fat. So the last quarter of stuff is in my tail. If I go over to the right, that's my maximum at 33 grams of fat for premium crispy chicken club sandwich. Okay. I'm also going to turn on my other one so I can do side-by-side box plots. So I'm going to go back to stat plot. So second y equals. This one's on. I want to keep it. I want to do a second graph. So I'm going to do the beef sandwiches. So this one's currently off. So when I get into this menu, when I hit enter, I want to turn it on from off. And then I'm going to make it a box plot with outliers. And I'm going to do list 2. Again, I'm going to hit second 2 to get list 2. That's where my stuff is. And now I could zoom again, but I think this might be sufficient. Let's take a look. Actually, you know what? I have an outlier I can't see, which means I do need to zoom stat. And that'll, again, just kind of zoom for me. So zoom stat is number 9. You can scroll down to number 9 or just hit 9. So now I can see my outlier. And again, I can trace that. If there are outliers and you're tracing, by the way, if you hit trace and there's 2 graphs, you're going to be on the top one first. If you want to move to the next one, you go down. So now I'm reading the beef sandwiches, got minimum fat content at 9. Q1 is 21, so a quarter of the sandwiches have between 9 and 21 grams of fat. Median is 26, it's higher than that Q3. Okay, so beef sandwiches are fattier. Got a Q3, and here's where it gets interesting, folks. A quarter of my sandwiches are left. However, since this is an outlier, this guy isn't any of my fancy important numbers. It's just the last sandwich that's not an outlier. So this just, when you get to it, just says X. It doesn't say Q1 or Q3 or anything. And this is my max. Okay.